Hey, what's up, Cowboys Nation? You thought the Dallas offseason was winding down after that gut-wrenching loss to the Eagles last week, huh? Nah, hold your horses, y'all. If you're sitting there doubting this team, shaking your head like we ain't got a prayer in the NFC East, then you're straight up sleeping on the biggest bombshell to hit Big D since Jerry Jones bought the franchise. I'm talking about a move that's got the whole league buzzing, fans losing their minds, and analysts scrambling to rewrite their power rankings. Breaking news, folks, straight from the heart of Texas. The Dallas Cowboys have signed Shilo Sanders in a shock NFL move that's leaving everyone stunned. Yeah, you heard that right. Deion Sanders' son, the fiery safety from Colorado, just got scooped up by Jerry after the Tampa Bay Buccaneers cut him loose. And in this video, we're diving deep, deeper than a Dak Prescott bomb to CD Lamb, into why this changes everything for our squad, the hidden drama bubbling under the surface, and how it could supercharge our Super Bowl dreams. I'm your host, straight out of Dallas, bleeding blue and silver since the Tom Landry era. I've been tailgating at AT&T Stadium for over 30 years, rubbing elbows with the diehards, and digging through every insider tip, rumor, and whisper to bring you the unfiltered truth. No sugarcoating, no fluff, just raw, Texas-sized analysis. But stick around because the third twist in this saga? It's a potential locker room explosion that could make or break our season, and it's tied directly to that Micah Parsons contract saga that's got everyone on edge. What do you think, Cowboys fans? Is Shilo the missing spark to ignite this defense, or is this Jerry's wildest gamble yet? Drop your takes in the comments below. Let's get that debate rolling. Alright, y'all, let's charge in like it's 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. First off, let's set the stage on this Dallas Cowboys news that's got folks from Arlington to Austin, and heck, even up to Amarillo, talking nonstop. Just a few weeks back, on September 5, 2025, Shilo Sanders, that hard-hitting safety out of Colorado, got the boot from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers during their final roster cuts. Man, it was a tough break for the kid. He went undrafted in the 2025 NFL Draft, which was a surprise to some given his pedigree, but he latched on with the Bucs as a free agent. During preseason, he flashed serious potential, instincts sharper than a cowboy spur, ball skills that scream primetime DNA, and a competitive edge that's pure Sanders family fire. We're talking about a guy who racked up 67 tackles, 2 sacks, and even a defensive touchdown in his final season with the Buffaloes in 2024. He brought that pack, 12 swagger, showing versatility in coverage and run support that had scouts nodding. But then, boom, disaster struck in the final preseason game against the Buffalo Bills. Shilo got ejected for throwing a punch at tight end Zach Davidson after a heated exchange. Coach Todd Bowles called it inexcusable, and just like that, Shilo was out on the street, a free agent with a chip on his shoulder the size of Texas. It was a viral moment, replayed everywhere from ESPN to social media, and it raised questions about his maturity. But let's be real, y'all, football's a passionate game. We've seen tempers flare before, and sometimes that's the fire you need to fuel greatness. Now, enter Jerry Jones, the ultimate wheeler-dealer who's been making bold moves since he turned the Cowboys into America's team back in the 90s. Insiders from ESPN, Fox Sports, and even some whispers from NFL Network are saying Jerry had his eye on Shilo for months.
Why?
Because he sees echoes of Deion Sanders' legendary swagger in the kid. Remember Deion's run with the Cowboys from 1995 to 1999? That shutdown corner magic helped us hoist Super Bowl 30, turning our defense into a nightmare for offenses. Deion brought flash, trash talk, and lockdown coverage that defined an era. Jerry's always had a soft spot for those redemption stories. Think Greg Hardy turning controversy into production, or Ezekiel Elliott bouncing back from his holdout to lead the league in rushing. This signing, it's classic Jerry, low risk, high reward. They inked Shilo to the practice squad, with plans to elevate him fast if he proves himself in drills and scrimmages. But this ain't just about adding depth, it's a strategic masterstroke that ties into the bigger picture for the 2025 Dallas Cowboys. Our secondary took some hits in free agency, losing veterans who provided that reliable backup. With Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland as our cornerstones, we need versatile safeties who can step up. Shilo fits the bill. He's hungry, athletic, and brings that Colorado Buffaloes energy that turned heads in college. Analysts on ESPN's Get Up were raving this morning about how this is a genius nod to Deion, whom Jerry's admired since their glory days together. And get this, Shilo's already dropping cryptic posts on X about new beginnings in the Lone Star State, complete with cowboy emojis and star helmets. Fans are going wild. Social media's exploding with memes of Dion in a Cowboys jersey photoshopped next to Shilo, calls for a Sanders reunion tour, and debates raging on Reddit threads. It's like striking oil in your backyard, unexpected, but potentially game-changing if he taps into that family legacy. Of course, not everyone's popping champagne. Some Bucs beat writers are highlighting that temper flare-up as a massive red flag, questioning if Shilo has the discipline for the NFL's bright lights. Fair point, we've seen hotheads flame out before. But in Dallas, we've turned hotter tempers into legends. Think Michael Irvin's passion fueling those 90s offenses, or even more recently, how we've managed personalities like Dez Bryant. This Dallas Cowboys' latest news is heating up faster than a 4th of July barbecue, and it's got huge implications for our 2025 season preview. Coming off that Week 1 loss to Philly, where our D bottled up Jalen Hurts but couldn't close it out due to coverage slips and penalties, adding Shilo could be the fix. Imagine him providing depth, forcing turnovers, and injecting that Sanders swagger to intimidate receivers. Let's pause for a second and talk stats, because I know y'all love the numbers. In his Colorado days, Shilo wasn't just riding his dad's coattails. Over 32 games with the Buffs, he amassed 135 tackles, 4 interceptions, and showed he could blitz effectively with those 2 sacks in 24. His PFF grade in coverage was solid at 72.3, and he limited quarterbacks to a 78.4 rating when targeted. Translate that to the pros. With our scheme under Mike Zimmer, who loves aggressive, man-press defenses, Shilo could thrive. Zimmer's got a track record of developing raw talents. Look at how he molded Xavier Rhodes into an All-Pro in Minnesota. Pair Shilo with Diggs for mentorship, and you've got a recipe for growth.